Good evening. We have got a one-day special that is absolutely fabulous. It's amazing. It kind of works with so many different ways, and of course it is brand new. This is the launch of Crafts 2, the artboard for the press to impress, but you can use it on its own, and of course we are going to hear all about it from the one and only John Lowood, because yes, I mean, I wish I could tell you what we were talking about, but one of the things I will say, the slight hint is your insight, not only in crafting and developing, but into people. It's amazing.
I just progress. With crafting, I just sort of force onto other people what I think.
Yeah.
I want things to be easier.
Yes.
I want things to be simple. I want my projects and my cards to look finished, balanced, nice and semi-professional.
Yeah.
But I want to do that easy. I'm lazy.
Yeah.
And so I try and develop products that will do that for me, and by extension then sort of I put onto everybody else that you're all the same as me and you all like things easy, so that's what I try and do.
Well, I think most people like to make it easier rather than more difficult, and certainly the one-day special does that, makes it easier. You have in here the artboard with those magnetic rules and of course the 6 stencils. Can you talk us through exactly what the artboard is?
What you've actually got is, and if you ignore the corners, you ignore this shaping. Yeah. What I'll do is I'll put it down on here against black and you can probably see it a little bit better.
Okay.
So you can, if you ignore, I've actually got one already in here magneted, so this is going to stick to it. If you ignore this shape down here, what you've got is a really flat, super smooth, and it's enamelled metal. Yeah. So it's not just a sheet of metal, it's actually been dipped and enamelled all over. That is perfect for your stencils. And you get in the pack, or anything else that you're doing. So you also get in the pack the 2 flexible magnetic rules.
Yeah.
Yeah. So instantly that holds your card and paper in place. So even if you don't have a press to impress, you can simply take any stencil. So I'm going to grab a random one from Sam's selection again, put it down, and that is then held in place for you to stencil through. No stencil tape, no mess, no nothing.
I know, perfect.
Simple and done. The thing that we've done as well is you've got along one side, you've got all the maths done for you for positioning.
Yeah.
So you've got from 0 all the way to 19 centimetres on this, on the portrait, and from 1 all the way to 23 on the landscape. So you can put anything exactly into place. So 4 by 4, I can put it exactly into place. Yeah. So that I know if I put my card there and my stencil there, that star will always be in that place on a piece of card.
Perfect.
So if you're repeating it, you can do that. So I can just then, really simply like that, go through, done.
And then that's done. Yeah.
The thing that we did was, to me, I like things to be easy.
Yes.
And I like things to be easy. And I was saying actually to Penny, one of the girls who works at Crafts 2 now of Craft earlier, and I said this was the last stamp platform I bought. Yeah. Genuinely. And I bought this at a show 2 days after I bought the leading one that had just come out for a lot of money. And I'd tried it and I'd used it and I didn't get on with it and I put it away. And I found this one, which was, you know, to me, absolutely perfect. So you've got the press to impress, arguably the best sort of stamp platform, works for your stamping and everything. What you've got now is the plate that fits in. Now this is one of the prototypes that didn't work.
Oh, I see, yeah.
So actually this was the first one.
Yeah.
If you want to see all of the processes we actually go through.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so these all have to be made and done, and then this is why it's taken so long. So this is the final version you'll get.
Of course,
and
that's
it
the one
fits
that you're
exactly into your press. So if you've got the press to impress, you're now turning it from just a stamping platform into a stenciling platform, but also what I would call a creation station.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because of course we can draw in this. We've got special stencils, and these are standard normal stencils. Okay, they're not paper, so that's what I mean. I know we don't talk price, but and that fits in. So now I can stencil a perfect shape in that in no time at all.
Absolutely amazing. Now, there are different bundles, right? Because we try to cater here at the craft store for every budget. Now, the first one bundle is, of course, the one-day special. That includes is the kind of, I would say, if you have got the press to impress, if you have got inks, this is the bundle for you. You have the artboard with both a ruler, rulers, not rulers, rules.
I really hope my mum's watching, because she'll think, oh, it worked then, all that beating into him.
No, but it didn't. Nobody beat. But anyway, it was nobody beat me. It's not wrong. Anyway, 2 magnetic rulers. Anyway. And 6 stencils. I was doing so well, and then I just threw it all overboard. Now, this is the one-day special with a saving of £4, £19.98. At least I made the director laugh. That's great to hear him laugh. Anyway, 958364 is your item number. Over a third of the stock has gone.
And I think we gave you one of the. This is actually the deepest stock
of. Oh, yeah,
that
that's
we have
true.
ever put on.
Yeah.
I know we said that last time in the dies, and it wasn't
the dies.
But you
increased it because...
We've increased it. This time we put a very, very deep stock on.
You did, indeed.
Because I was panicking about, oh gosh, we put far too much on here.
Well, actually, you know, if you want it, you grab it, you check out your baskets, right? Now, we have also brand new ink pads. They are water-based, pigment-based. You can see it in there here. Now, they come in on their own, so you can see them here, £4, £37.97. Of course, John is going to explain all about it, but I just want to get through the bundle options that we have got. Brand new today, pigment water-based, 1 per lesson set, and of course the other 2 are matte finish. Now 24 brand new colors, 385983. Now you want both brand new items, which is the ink pads and of course the amazing artboard for the press to impress. We do have that bundle. Now, if you were going to buy both bundles, you would have a saving of £4 on each. But of course, those savings are carried forward, and you have got an additional £4 saving if you are not a Freedom member. That means that it's a £12 saving. However, if you are a Freedom member, you have got a further saving, which means it brings it up to £17.39, and you don't pay PMP, which makes it a why not deal. And that means that if you're not a Freedom member and you want to go for this bundle, do become one, because you will save more money by becoming one. And then, of course, then if you actually just buy it as straight as a non-Freedom member. Now, of course, then if you want to flexify it, you can flexify it. That means that, of course, you spread the cost in interest-free. 2 payments of £24.29 is what you would be paying today, and of course the same amount next month. And now then, of course, it carries exactly the same saving. Now this bundle is busy. Now if you want to go for this bundle, I would check out the baskets. 099443 is your item number. Approaching 40% of the stock of this bundle has gone. Grab yours by checking out your baskets. Thecraftstore.com is the easiest and quickest way to do so. But also we have got a national rate phone telephone number. The call center is just above stairs. Right. So then now you're thinking, I love the idea, but I really want the press to impress. Well, we have a bundle that includes the one-day special, not the inks, but the actual, you know, the gorgeous brand new artboards and the press to impress, with, of course, the carrying case that John is going to show us in a minute, and those extra magnets as well, the replacement magnets. That is great to have for anyway. Now 250978 is your item numbers, and of course those £4 are carried over, so your actual saving is £9.99, and of course you can flexify it should you wish to do so. £54.95 is the price for this bundle, and remember too, that is the bundle. 250978 is your item number. 40% of the stock has gone, so if you wanted yours, please do check out your baskets. Now we do have also brand new 2J's stamps. Now I love these stamps because they are what I call the ones that the bread and butter of crafting.
They are. These are the best place to start.
Yes.
Stamping. And it's really quite funny because you were saying about the last bundle. One of the angels, the girls that help me and the guys that help me out making samples.
Yeah.
We don't call them a design team, we call them the angels because they are angels and helping me. One of them, and I'm sure she'll kill me for saying this, Helen Jones, makes the most beautiful cards.
Yes, she
But
does.
every month when I'm saying, right, I'm going to send the next lot, she sends me a message saying, I'll do anything, I'll take anything that you want me to do, but don't send me stamps, remember I'm not a stamper.
Oh, yeah.
So she sent me that message last night.
Yeah.
She sent me a message after this show tonight to say that she'd finally bought the Press to Impress bundle with the art. So she bought the big bundle with the Press to Impress in, and she bought the stamps as well.
That's
and that, to me, was the biggest tell as somebody who is a complete die cutter, does not stamp, and she has bought these stamps, and this is her first foray into stamping.
That says it all.
And it did to me, and it really did. And what we've done with these, this is, we know 2Js.
Yes.
2Js is sort of the Crafts 2's sort of stamp company, and we use licensed design and artworks in there, and we always state on the packaging. But if you see there, it says Artisan Collection by Cheryl Simpson. What we've done for this collection is we've actually asked an artist, Cheryl Simpson, to draw stamps for us, or draw designs. So if you turn the stamps over, you'll see on the back of the packaging when you receive them, there is the original sketch that she did, which I then have converted into and added the sentiments, etc. So you can see on the daffodil set there, that's what she drew.
That is amazing. I love that. I love the story. I love the fact, the size of them. I mean,
well, they are
look at that.
A5 stamps,
Yeah.
which are normally a crazy price, to be fair. But we try and get the best value, and we've packed as much as we can in. So I've taken those designs from Cheryl, and then I've added individual flower heads, the bee. I've added the sentiments in, I've reversed and given a smaller bunch of the flowers. So I've tried to pack as much as you possibly can into the space. So you've got really nice sentiments. You've even got a Wordsworth quote in there from his poem about daffodils.
Absolutely. I wander lonely as a cloud that floats on higher, well, I'm going to leave it there. But £24.98 is your price. And now approaching 60% of the stock has gone. You're saving £3. 068964 is your item number. Then we have those beautiful finger stamps. Now these ones, of course, you were using them at 6 p.m.
Yes.
They are really, really kind of perfect to fill up areas.
They are. You can fill with these. You can make most beautiful cards and samples with them. You really can go to town with these. And when you tie them in with the stencils, it just works amazingly. And again, these are, because they're 2Js, exceptional value. Because in each set you're getting 369, you're getting at least 12 in each set. You get a few more. Plus you've got, at the top, you've got the cherry blossom, which gives you more flowers and gives you the 4 different types of the sort of twigs and branches. And again, we did these first launched on Boxing Day with our new finger stamp blocks and completely and totally sold out. This is the first time we've brought them back.
They are
but you can just build entire patterns with them, and when you tie them with the stencils, they work just beautifully.
Absolutely stunning. I kind of wanted to show you as well. Let me show you as well these ones that you can build those wreaths as well. And then when you kind of bring it in there, the corners. I love as well this sample because I was thinking, I'm not sure it has been used, but of course it's the little tiny elements in here. So it shows the variety, it shows the versatility of having these finger stamps. 67 stamps in total, £17.95 is your price. You're saving £4. 818962 is your item number. Now, of course, we have also dies, and this is a fabulous saving. This is a sentiment bundle. You are getting Mum, Dad, keep calm, it's a baby. I like that. It's a baby, keep calm. You know, like, oh.
Well, you can do it's a boy and it's a girl, but the set actually is it's a baby. So you get 9 die sets in here, 9 packaged die sets, and in them, between them, there are 11 dies in total.
Absolutely glorious. And of course, hugs and kisses. Apparently, our director, Baker, you know, he loves hugs and kisses. $9.99 is your price. You're saving 20 bucks from his wife and kid, we will hope.
It's a Bob.
577-058 is your item number. Just, you know, having some fun with the director. Anyway, this hour. Right, and now, of course, you want inspiration, so here it is.
Yeah. there might be.
Love the variety of different techniques you can do, and we had a question actually asking if you can use this is a question from Mandy. By the way, if you have got any questions for John, studio@thecraftstore.com, of course crafting related. Now because the question we have from Mandy was about could you emboss through the stencils on the artboard, and of course I think she means you know, dry embossing, which is pushing the card through it, and of course that kind of so I think that that's what Mandy means. So we'll hope that we will answer that question in a second with John. But remember to check out your baskets. £19.98 is the one-day special, is the brand new artboard, and of course this magnetic rulers. Now you have got the details in there. Remember that there are different bundles, one with the inks and one with the press to impress. Decide which one. Of course the craftstore.com will be the go-to the way to go to check out your baskets, or give us a call at the national rate number out there. Now John, the question from Mandy was, can you emboss it with the stencils and the artboard? You can actually. Fabulous.
So what you can actually do is one of the best ways to do it. So what you can do is, if you notice, if I put a piece of card, I'm going to take a smaller piece of card. So I'm just going to put this on, Mandy. So on there you've not got a lot of give, but it will hold it in place. Okay. So I could take, now normally I've pulled out my tools, my little tool case, and for once I haven't, because I wasn't die cutting. Yeah. So if we imagine that this is a ball tool, what I would be doing is pressing down onto there, so I can emboss like that. However, the cleverest way to emboss through it with a stencil with the artboard is to do this. Place the artboard in the base. Okay, because place the foam on top, then your card, then your stencil, keeping it all in place, and then emboss, because you've got the easier line. Now it's really bad because I'm trying to think,
maybe the end, maybe the end.
The end of one of my brushes. But what you'll actually be able to do then is you'll be able to emboss against a smooth surface to give. So that way you will actually get the proper line.
Absolutely proper line there.
So I would do it that way. But you can do it as normal. And again, any of these stencils, if you want to, you can emboss them into card in your die machine as you would do normally. There's no difference. These are not any different quality than a normal stencil. I know it seems crazy when you look at, because we looked at the price and went, that's a bit mad for that size of stencil and so many of them, but it's just because how we had them manufactured.
Absolutely. So I hope that has answered your question, Mandy. Remember, you can emboss it, and I love the way that, of course, John has shown how to use it. And of course, it makes sense to have the press to impress. So maybe if you don't have one, go for the bundle that features the press to impress as well as the artboards. Right, now what else can we do with the artboard?
As I was showing you earlier, what we could do is we can use this on its own.
Right.
So if you haven't got the press to impress, you can still use it. You know, we never like to be, oh, you must have everything. So again, because you've got the placement lines on it, you can actually put your card, you don't have to have it wedged up against a corner or anything. And you can even, to keep your card in place, use one of the rules. But then you can still use a normal stencil. So again, I'm grabbing one of Sam's randoms, and we can magnet it down like that. Or you can use one of the press to impress stencils still and fit it on, and again just simply clip it into place and it will work just as well. But the idea was to create a situation where people could actually do everything in one station. Because obviously you need a little bit of a book or something in the bottom. But you can do it like that, which works fine, yeah?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to lightly... So I've gone directly on with ink, so I'm going to get a quite intense look. But if you see again, I'm just holding it in one hand, as I would do, because obviously it's not in the platform to work. But the good thing that I wanted to... So again, that's worked. If I can show you, I've just done it quickly. It's amazing when you reveal, because it looks like nothing there. When we peel back, you look so clever.
It
does. Really do.
It does. And of course, if you want the brushes, the blending brushes, the craft artists, we have them here. They come in with a carrying case. Of course, 5 brushes, 5 different sizes. £15.99 is your price. 792-366 is your item number. Of course, for them. Now, remember to check out your baskets. Now, there are queues on the phone, so if you have got access to the internet, the craft store is, of course, the fastest and easiest way to check out your baskets. Oops. Oopsie doopsie, some brushes have fallen off. They're fine, no, they're not broken, they're fine. And now, of course, if you want to go for the one-day special, you get in the complete collection here. The stencils and, of course, the 3 inks, if you're going for the brand new, £53.95 is your price. Remember that the savings are carried forward, so you have got a £12 saving if you're not a Freedom member. If you are a Freedom member, well, that saving is £17.39. Now you can flexify. Remember to check out your baskets, and of course, and there you have it. The flexi. I was going to say the sexy basket there. Well, I don't know.
It's getting late, but it's not gone past the watershed quite yet.
Well, I mean, it's yeah. Anyway, back to John.
Right. So I was watching Leonie yesterday, as I often do, and I noticed that she was using a stencil inside an art journal or an art book. And this is one of the things that, to be fair, I've seen Sam do a lot. He does a lot of art journals and things. And he really, at times, either, if you want to do this stencil, this is quite a very flimsy, flexible stencil in here. If I want to do this is exactly what Leonie was doing the other day. And it went like that. Yeah? And it messed up, and it moved, and it messed up. Yeah, and I've seen that happen. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to tape it down.
Right.
Now we use our die tape because we're lazy, and in this this is cartridge paper.
Okay.
So if I use stencil tape on this, it's going to ruin.
Because it will
just lift that off because I'm using a proper journal book. I actually got this from Kay in Indigo Blue.
Oh, lovely.
So it's proper cartridge paper. It's beautiful. And I thought, well, what's the solution? I thought, well, what, you stupid idiot, that's what that is. That's what's so fab about the artboard, because it's not a massive A3 sheet that you can't work with. It's not oversized, it's just the size that we want. So I would just put that down. I'll do it on a fresh sheet so it doesn't look like I've used the sheet I've already used. So I put that down. I'll use the same stencil, but now I can hold that in place using my rules and maybe 1 or 2 magnets. And move it as I need to. I might not want to use that one. I might put a magnet there, but then no hand.
I mean, the difference is massive.
I'm not touching that stencil anywhere, so I can go to a different colour.
And yes, you see the movement, but you see the movement with the actual paper as well. You
see the paper moving as opposed to the stencil. So when I remove that...
Look at that.
Yeah, but I've got that flexibility.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I want to use one of the most complicated stencils, one of my most complicated stencils, which I think is called Floribunda. Now, I've always spray glued this down. Whenever I've used this, I've spray glued it.
You do, it's true.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, the tip I got from Ali Reeve about cleaning stencils was actually that what you should do is that you should, or the best way to clean them is to actually put them into hot water or warm water with a dishwasher tablet.
Oh.
And that's what I do. And that's how you clean the stencil. But it sort of eats it away. But the spray glue, it never truly gets it all off.
No, it doesn't.
You have to scrub it off. So this now, I don't have to spray glue things anymore.
So you are saving money there.
So I'm saving money on stencil tape. I'm saving money on having to clean my stencils. I'm saving money on spray glue because that is getting ridiculously expensive.
It does. Well, I mean, the thing is, ultimately, it also saves you time because you're just putting the magnets, and rather than having to find a spray can or using the tape, and then you have to remove it. Also, for people who are conscious about the environment, this is a much environmentally friendly.
This is far more environmentally friendly. It really, genuinely 100% is, because what you're actually doing is you're using what we've already got. And you're using just magnets, you're finding another use for a product we've got, and you're not wasting stencil tape. I mean, when I used to use stencil tape, and I'm genuinely going through this completely randomly. So this is just can you see the paper moving?
Yeah.
Stencil's not. Right. I'm not going to reposition this. I'm just going to keep going, and you'll see that this stencil image will come out perfect. I don't even have to check, even though the paper's moving. But yeah, I mean, the number of times when I've used pastes and things, because don't forget, you can use paste through this. Use your heavy body gels and your mediums. How many times have you had to pull stencil tape off and hold it like that and try and drop it in your bin? And I've got to a point where my bin is that full of that, it's not recyclable, and it's not even full, and I have to tie the bag off because it's just got absolute loads of tape with gel and pastes and things everywhere on it.
So, before I forget it, because I wanted to ask it last time, you know that you are using the cover or one of the press to impress as blending mat. Could you spritz water and create backgrounds with it?
Because this side is completely flat. This is what's so well designed about the press to impress. This side, the top, has the grid on it. The grid is everywhere so that you can position things. So when you see through and you're positioning a stamp, you've got the grid, but the inside is completely smooth. So yes, I could put any sort of paper, I can sprit water on it, and I could pick up the excess of this, because unlike some of the other inks, these are water-based, not oil-based. So I can pick up those. So I could pick that up as a background. So just go through here. I mean, I'm even pushing that magnet off there. But can you see now, when I take this off, I've got but no bleed through.
And that is onto an art journal bound.
That's straight into the art journal. And what it also gives me is, this is something that, again, a lot of people are very, very scared of. Okay. I've got the foam that I've taken out of my press to impress. Yeah, because have you stamped into a journal? And it goes off, doesn't it? And it doesn't connect properly. Certainly not with a clear stamp. With a rubber stamp, it's got the foam in the block. But let's just say I want to let's put the little spray on. So again, what I can do with this is just grab one of my stamp blocks. I'm going to switch to sepia because that's a bit subtle. But what you can do is, I'm just going to ink this. Now, I have no worries about stamping.
Because you have got the
because
foam.
I've put the foam in there as well.
And of course the foam comes in with the press to impress. We do have a bundle that includes the press to impress.
You would not normally, I would not stamp into a book and stencil into a book with just a clear block, even though it's a really good one because it's got the finger grips around the side. But I wouldn't stamp into a book like that because I know it would go off. But now, that plate kind of holds the foam in place. So I can, I mean, as I say, it's probably not the best stamps to show you, but I can really go around.
Absolutely.
So it really helps. So again, if you haven't got the press to impress, it will work just as well.
With it.
And it will go, of course, into your A5 books, your A6 books. So you don't have to worry. So it means you gets rid of that problem stenciling.
I love that, and I love the fact that you don't need a press to impress. Of course, we have a bundle that includes the press to impress because you have got also the storage case and those extra magnets as well as the one-day special, the Artboard brand new launch at 6 p.m. You are getting the rules. You are getting the rules, the rule book. You are getting, of course, the stencils as well. You don't get a rule book, absolutely not. You are getting the rules. Now that is one of the bundles. However, the one-day special is the artboard with the magnetic rules in here, with that measuring guide that gives you in inches and centimeters, whatever you prefer, imperial or metric, you have them there. You have also these phenomenal 6 stencils. And why do I say phenomenal? Because you are getting the 6 shapes that, in my opinion, they are the most shapes. You are getting some absolutely gorgeous kind of hearts. Then also you are getting a rectangle in here, and you can see how it helps framing those images. The other thing I love about them is that, of course, you are getting a circle in there. So look at that. It works with a hexagon as well if you wanted. Look at that, the gorgeous heart in here. But you can then take those ovals and masking them. You can still do the same techniques that you had. And remember, well, we mentioned in the 6 p.m. o'clock, I think 6 p.m. show, that you can use the press to the cut to cut press,
the press cut.
The press
yeah,
cut.
the press cut mathematically correct nesting dies all match exactly with these shapes, and it's especially pertinent when it comes to the oval.
Yes.
Because ovals always have a different aspect ratio.
And rectangles
so you've
as
got
well.
a card to your right with daffodils on with an oval frame.
Yes.
So to your right, sorry.
Right, left.
Now, if you see there, that has been done with the, can you see how the stencil fits within that oval frame?
It does.
And that's because whenever we design any John Next Door, any press cut, any crafts too, I use exactly the same oval every single time, so that everything will match together. Because I used to, a brand I used to use a few years ago came out with 3 different collections, 6 months apart, of ovals, and none of them worked together.
And that happens
and
as well.
And it frustrated me so much.
Absolutely. And that also happens with rectangles.
Yes.
Because it can be a tall, thin rectangle, it can be a tall, fat rectangle, it
we
can
base
be short.
everything on 5 by 7 inch,
Fabulous.
which to me is the standard. So 5 by 7, 6 by 4. So the rectangle is the same aspect ratio again as the dies, but it's the same aspect ratio as we're used to in the UK.
That's true, actually. All right, of course, the circle there as well. Now, if you want to go for the one-day special, well, you have got the details on the screen. £19.98 is all you are paying if you are not a Freedom member. And now, of course, £4 saving. We are approaching a 40% of the stock. And as John mentioned, it was vast amounts of stock. So that should last us 24 hours, but I don't know if it will. 958-364 is your item number. Now, if you want to go for ink pads, these ones are pigment water-based, and you have got 24 brand new beautiful colors in here. John, you love them, don't you?
I adore these. I absolutely adore the Craft Artist inks. It's Jane and I that pick the colours, and what we wanted this time was these are brand new colours we haven't done before. These were launched tonight. This is the first time everyone's seen them. What we've actually done with the 2 pigment sets is we've actually done, one is called Rainbow and one is called Tea Time. Yeah. Okay.
By the way, of course, you can buy them individually with a £4 saving. Sorry, sorry. But I just wanted to mention that we can get them as well. Oh, sorry. Let's go back to you.
So, and I think, you know, what we've done is we've put them on the show for you as an individual colour set. So you can buy them as singles if there's a colour set you like, or combined, or in the big collection. But what we did on the 2 plain ones, if you notice, what we've actually done is one is sort of your bright primaries, and one of the tones in between.
Right.
So you've got the, if you look, you've got the navy, you've got the next blue, then you've got the next blue.
Oh, perfect.
Okay. So if we go again to, say, the greens, in this set you've got the dark green and the sort of bright green, then you've got the mid green, and in this one you've got the turquoise teal to go between the green and the blue.
Fabulous.
So we've done the same again with the orange. You've got the orange and the bright orange, but then we've given you a beige for one side and a yellow for the other.
Okay,
And again with the reds, you've got the red in here, and then in the second set we've given you the 3 shades of pink and 1 shade towards purple.
So, and You know what? One of the things I would do is rearrange all the colors.
I would rearrange them all
because
into
I want
two sets,
and
I would have the warm tones and the cool tones.
But then, of course, having them like this, you have, you know, it depends how you work out. You know, now they are on their own. You can see details on the screen for them on their own. £37.97 is your price. You are saving £4. 385983 is your item number. Now, if you want the brand new bundles, which is of course the inks and the artboard with the 6 stencils, we have got that bundle. Now, remember, you are getting £4 saving here, £4 saving in the one-day special, plus an additional £4. That's a £12 saving. However, if you are a Freedom member, it gets even better because the saving goes to £17.39 as saving, and of course you don't pay P&P. Now you are saving that, and of course that saving is still there even if you flexi buy it. So your first payment would be £24.28 today. That's of course you pay the same amount next month, and you don't pay P&P, you don't pay interest on that. 099443 the inks, and of course the amazing artboard with the 6 stencils. Now, of course, there is another bundle that includes, instead of the inks, includes the press to impress, and of course the storage case and the magnets. Whichever one you need, whichever one you fancy, we try to cater for all bundles and all types of crafters. Now, the case itself, could you show us, you know, John?
I love the case. Well, the thing is, this case is 2 years old.
Wow.
Okay.
And still, you know.
This is the case that I use on every single show, genuinely.
Okay.
And it gets pulled out every time. And what we did when we designed this, it was designed to take the press to impress, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and it is very sturdy, and it's got like is it like gusseted pockets? I've been watching too many sewing shows on here. But your press to impress fits in easily, and it's protected because it's got foam.
Okay, yeah.
But then it also takes the inserts, because we knew we were going to develop more for this. We wanted this to be a base station. So so in here I've got my paper inserts, I've got my acetate inserts.
Okay.
Remember, if you've got the acetate inserts, or you've got the paper ones, you can die cut. Stencils will work in this. Okay. Because you don't have to tape them down or glue them or spray them. Okay. The other side then, all I used to keep in that was my stamp cleaning pad. Okay, yeah. Whereas now, it's sized exactly to take the artboard, the two rules across it, fit in exactly. There. And then it's still got the gusseted rim for that. So with everything in, it's still, again, secure those down so nothing moves, but it's still everything. Get it to the right way. Yeah. There we go. Closes.
Perfect.
And it's done. Yeah. But in there now, what you've actually got is you've got a stamp platform, you've got a stamp cleaning tool, you've got your inserts, you've got an artboard, and you've got the rules in there, and you've got your magnets. And there's still room to put more in there. So again, if you're going away, or if it happens again, I mean, we're hoping for a holiday in December.
Oh, fingers crossed.
You know, we're hoping to go on one of those brum planes in the sky. You know, we hope so.
You know what, John?
You could still put some of the blending brushes in, or a couple of pens.
Absolutely.
That could fit on a plane with you.
Absolutely.
And of course, the actual little platform would fit on your tray table, and you could stamp and stencil away to your heart's content.
Absolutely.
So it's useful to keep it like that, even though all of us are not going anywhere at the moment. And, and I'm not even going to pretend we are, because we're not.
Don't remind me. Don't remind me. I miss my parents very, very much. I miss my sister and my brother-in-law.
On Mallorca.
Ah, Mallorca, yeah. No, I do miss it. Now we have got a question from Rana. Why is the bottom right corner of the press to impress shaped like this? Is there a purpose to it?
There is, and I'll show it you now, actually. That's a really good question. This was actually, and I think it's one of the reasons why this has been in independent studies, and you know, viewed as one of the best, is because a lot of stamping platforms, they're either completely open and very big, but they don't have the foam in them. So this has the foam panel for your clear stamps. You take it out for your rubber stamps, The other style have a bar here and here. So they run along there. And that means you always have to cut your card to size. Now, I am lazy. And at home, my white stamping card sits behind me. Yeah. So it's there. And all I want to do is when I'm stamping or doing or stenciling, I want to use a piece of A4 card, and that's what the notch is for. Okay. What it does, if you look, it holds A4 perfectly. Right. So that doesn't move. Okay. Even if it's not magneted. Yeah. But if that wasn't there and raised, then the platform head would go down and touch and mark. So the idea is that, first of all, it will hold without being magneted in A4 card. Yeah. Let me put the actual proper stamping foam in. So that goes in. My card still fits in. So that's not held in place at all. Yeah. I'm then going to over ink this stamp. Yeah. Okay. Let's just slide a piece of card in and you can see what I mean. So this is me normally. Yeah. This is me at home, and you've probably seen me do it before. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'd never seen you do that badly.
Trust me, I have. Oh, when I first just used to design stamps, I used to ask if Julia Watts could do the shows for me, because I was that afraid of stamping, and I didn't want to do it on air. Yeah. And then this came, I found this in my life, and I was like, oh, thank hooray! Yeah. You know, I can actually stamp. But look, that means that as much as I press down on there, look at that. None. And I've got to go like that to get any of that. Yeah. Yeah, without that it would do it. But yeah, that is there to stop that happening on a standard press. Yeah. And to keep A4 card in place. Because remember, I didn't magnet that. No, that's true. So that paper has not been held down by a magnet. Absolutely. So I could even go back over this now with a pigment ink. So this is a sort of brown gold, because we wanted this set to have different pearl colours than we put in the original Pearl Craft Artist inks. Yeah. But that should be in a completely different place, shouldn't it? Because that paper's not been held, magneted. No, look. In the perfect same place. Spot. And when I show you, you'll see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we can see it. We can see the part, the sheen in there, absolutely perfect. But look how nothing is misstamped, and I didn't hold that card down. Yeah. That's what that's there for. It is so clever. That is so amazing. Thank you so much, John. Now, thank you so much, Rihanna, for your email, because your question, remember, any questions, studio@thecraftsword.com. Remember, if you... I haven't touched anything. Oopsie doopsie, but I was just like, this is not me. This is not my fault. I was far and away. Now, of course, we'll sort that out. Do I get a spot prize for tipping that one out of the machine? Well, I think we'll put this one in there. So there it is. We have got it. Yeah, there it is. Right now, I'm going to stand away from there. And of course, if you want to go for the stamp platform, and the stencils, the brand new artboard, you have got the details there. Now you have that £4 saving from the one-day special carried over, so you have got actually a £9.99 saving. That is phenomenal. Remember that you are getting the case, the stamp platform, and of course you are getting the magnets. If you want to go for this bundle, 250978. Do check out your baskets. Remember, thecraftstore.com. If you want any question, John to answer any questions, studio@thecraftstore.com. Right, back to you, John. Right, okay, so I was going to show you something again, really, really simple. So all I've done is I've put in, so I've got the platform in, I've got the artboard in, I've got my stencil on, and I've got my magnets on. So that's now held in place. And I'm just going to, because I want this soft and subtle, so I'm putting the ink down onto the lid of my press to impress. So I'm trying to do everything, and this is what I do at home. Everything in the same place. I'm just going to pick that up, and all I'm going to do is, you see there's some orange on this stencil. Doesn't matter, because that's the colour I'm using, but you're going to look like I'm doing nothing. All I'm doing is scrubbing across the corner. But again, see, I'm not holding that stencil at all. I'm pick up a little bit more, and I'm just going to, again, come from this corner darker, and I'm working it round. Okay, so I've actually technically achieved nothing.
Right.
Yeah, you can see nothing. However, when I take those away, what I've done then is, so if I hold that, can you see?
Softness. Now we are coming in.
This is really difficult to get.
Look at
But
that.
I've got that faded square.
That's just beautiful.
Yeah, so I've got that faded square, but what can I, you know, what was the point of that?
Yeah.
Well, it will actually give me a perfect guideline.
Yeah.
Now, so I'm going to use some of the finger stamps.
Okay.
So I'm just going to get these, and I'm going to, this is where, to me, these inks come in amazing.
Right.
Because now I've got 8 colours of almost, and these dry really quick when they're stamped. So all I'm doing is first, second and third generation around the heavier edges, yeah?
Absolutely.
So 1, 2, 3. And again, we haven't got the blocks, but we will bring the blocks back as soon as we can, but you can, and I will show you in a minute, using one of the tiny blocks, or use some of the smaller blocks you've got. Okay, so that's sort of pretty much the orange got, yeah?
Yeah.
I can then go in and go a little bit more intense. I'm going to go with the red. Tell you what, let's go, yeah? And I'm going to do the same thing again.
Okay. Oh, look at that. That's gorgeous.
Just working it around. But can you see I'm not having to open lots of different colours of ink?
Absolutely.
It's just straight picking up from there.
That's perfect.
But no pencil lines.
Absolutely.
Because
not.
normally when I'm doing this, if I want to go around a square, I'd have to draw a pencil line.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to creep those out right to the edges. So I'm creating that little bit of a square, but I want to put some leaves on. So all I do is, literally, I rotate that round.
Oh, yeah.
So
I love those petals because they are, the fact that you can take them out and do a little bit of edging as well.
yes, and you can do anything. They've got the perfect, and they're so ergonomically held. So I could take that green out now, and I could actually hold it in my hand.
Yeah.
I could actually sort of go straight on.
Yeah, our
But
Katie
now-
is excited. She likes a little bit of edging into her garden.
So, I mean, it's the one thing I used to do when I first started crafting, was I used to run the ink pad along the edge.
Yeah.
And I realised after I'd ruined one of my ink pads, that if, after a while it cuts a line in it.
Yeah, of course.
And it actually does. If you keep doing it, it will cut a line into your ink pad.
Indeed. Yeah.
So all I'm doing now is just following that round. I'm using one little stamp, first, second and third. I'm using the smallest block from the Crafts 2 block, small stamp block set.
Okay.
So you can see there. So that's using the darker green. I'm going to swap in to a little leaf.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm just going to now start to almost heavier in the corner.
Yeah. Look at that, magical. If you want to go for the finger stamps, they are at the, they were going to come out to the left-hand side of the screen. You are getting all 67 stamps in total for just £17.95 with a £4 saving. A quarter of the stock has gone. Remember, if you add it to any basket that has got a Flexi Buy option bundle in there, you can Flexi Buy everything else as well, including the finger stamps. 818962 is your item number.
So we're just going to, so I'm just going round. Actually, I want to be a bit quicker, so I'm going to pull that into my hand.
Yeah.
Because that allows me to be even quicker.
Okay.
I'm just moving it around each time. So you can use any sort of block or anything.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Right.
And then finally, I have, I believe, where are we? I wish I was a tidy.
We have about 8 minutes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So,
So
yeah.
I'm just going to take one. Let's use my little block here. In the flower set, you'll find you've actually got 6 additional stamps.
Okay.
So you actually get the 12 flowers, but you get 6 of these little centres.
Right.
And they look tiny, but what they'll actually do is they give you little like dots.
Oh yeah, we can see them, yeah.
Just to highlight it.
Oh, fabulous. So we are using the pressing press to stamp, but actually not using the lead, but using the acrylic block because that's speedy. But of course the paper is held by those magnets, so it makes it much easier.
So it's held completely in place. But I've got that perfect square, which has allowed me to go off and do almost a convexed square.
I love that.
So I would just build that up and then I can add a sentiment, add something darker into there. Or what I can do is I can take, when I find it, I wish I was
Shall we give a reminder? And
yeah,
of course,
if you could, that would be great.
Well, you look for what you're searching for, and you find what you're looking for. Now, of course, the finger stamps, you can see them there. You are getting all 67 stamps in total. The complete collection for just £17.95. £4 saving. 818-962 is your item number. And I love that, of course, the finger stamps have been used here, for instance, with the one day special, with that amazing hexagon stencil that comes in, and then you can see the gorgeous flurry of the dragonflies. I wonder what a group of dragonflies, because I know a butterfly is a kaleidoscope.
I don't know if dragonfly.
I know it's a parliament of owls. I know that what it was. Is it a coalition of cheaters, and it's called a swarm. A swarm.
A swarm. Ah.
I think I prefer kaleidoscope.
I think, yeah, I prefer kaleidoscope.
Which, by the way, I hear some news about the kaleidoscope.
Yes, you do. I think that might be the next time I'm on.
Wow, that's exciting.
After tomorrow, obviously.
It's not tomorrow, yeah.
I've still got tomorrow
Everybody
to get through
tomorrow.
as well.
But it's soon enough, soon enough.
So what I'm going to do now is, and this is the benefit of having not only the stamping station, but the stencil station all in one. I've just dropped onto the same piece without moving my card, the circle aperture.
Of course.
Yeah. And I've taken a little bit of VersaFine.
Yes.
Just in my onyx black. Yeah. And I'm just going to, and never take your brush to this.
Okay.
Because it's oily based, so you can get, it can go very, very, you can get like a slick almost.
Right.
So I just want to pick it up and I'm just darkening my brush.
Okay.
And all I'm going to do is just gently, sweep around the outside. Yeah?
Okay.
So go round the outside, just like that.
Yeah.
Okay. And then when I lift that away.
Oh, yeah, perfect. It looks like the moon. The moon is appearing there.
So you've actually got that 3D almost look. And again, it's on the top of there. And if we want to sort of define it a little bit more, we simply bring back the square.
Okay.
So I can bring back the square and do the same thing again. But it just shows how you can multi-layer. So I'm just doing the two corners, but the heavier corners that I did at first, heavier, to tie it in, a little bit lighter, heavier. And then we've brought that square back.
And then you intensify that.
And then you would just simply put one of the flower stamps in the middle, or your sentiment or anything else.
And that
that to me looks like something I've spent hours on.
It does.
And I genuinely haven't.
I mean, about about 5 minutes, if that. Now, if you want to be like John, well, there is only one way to get the tools to get to the level like this. John is laughing. It's like.
So if you want to get like me, you've got to eat a lot more ice cream. This is basically the answer. Eat a lot more ice cream.
That's where I have gone wrong.
That's where you go wrong.
Life.
Yeah.
Actually,
you need a tub of birthday cake every night.
Oh, well, you know what? I'm just going to do that tonight. No, probably not. Anyway, but no. Well, what I think is, if you want to, what I wanted to say is that if you want to achieve the results that John is getting and having that joy of knowing that the results are going to be there, there is one thing: get the right tools for the right job. It's
about the right tools for the right job. A lot of what you see is very, very highly skilled. And I don't have those skills, and I don't mean that, and I don't play on it. I don't. I've not had the training in that. I get the right tools, which mean my stamping's right, my stenciling's right. I would never have dared try this, a piece like this, before I had the platform and before I had the stenciling plate, before I had the artboard. I wouldn't have dreamt of it. And again, I couldn't emulate that because you're right, get the right tools for the job, and that's what you need.
And I think you and I are very, very similar in the sense that, yes, we love craft so much, but we are efficient in the usage of our time. Yes. We want to have tools that will deliver great results, that will deliver them in a time-efficient manner, that will get them to them without having to invest hours and hours at, honing those skills. And that is why we want, when you have got the bundle that you have got in here, with the stamp, the press to impress, you have got the case, of course, you have got the magnets, but you also are getting, of course, the brand new artboards with those stencils. Those stencils, again, the time efficientness, the fact that they relate to the dies.
They do, and they work, and that card took 5 minutes, if that. Yeah. That includes matting and layering.
Wow.
The card underneath, that took me less than 20 minutes to make. I think that was about 10 minutes to make that one.
Yeah. And some of the time you would have spent it thinking about what colors are you using.
Oh, yeah. It's working out the colors is the most important thing, which again is why I like the inks, because we've kind of done it for you.
Absolutely.
Jane and I have picked them for everybody at home.
I want to show also this card because, of course, if you have gone for the 2Js, the finger stamps, now that circle works perfectly as a guide for a wreath.
It does. It gives you the perfect wreath shape. And I'll be showing you that hopefully at 8 AM tomorrow morning, is how we can build a wreath based on the circle.
It's absolutely phenomenal. If you want to go for the bigger bundle with the press to impress, the details on the screen. However, we have also the one-day special, which is the artboard in itself with the 6 stencils, with the rules as well in here. Make sure to check out your baskets. Remember, you have got a £4 saving, £19.98 is your price, 958364 is your item number. Now, John, it's been a pleasure as always.
It's been brilliant. Thank you.
I love working with you. I love having you here. And of course, you are going to be back at 8 AM.
I am, yes.
At 12 and 4 PM. But that's if the stock lasts. So do make sure to check out your baskets. Stay tuned. Of course, I have got a happy hour of a storage after this. So stay tuned for more inspiration.